Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the first ever 2020 APA Award Show. I'm John Vinson, CEO of the Arkansas Pharmacists Association, and I am so glad you've joined us here tonight to celebrate this year's award winners, their accomplishments, and the impact they've had on the Arkansas pharmacy community. Obviously, the events of this year and the pandemic necessitated a change for many of our events, starting with the first ever APA virtual seminar in June, and we're incredibly thankful that our members have stood with us through these changes, just as you yourselves have adjusted to monumental changes both in your professional and personal lives. The past few years have seen APA rise to national prominence as a leader in the pharmacy profession, and it's due in great part to the support of our members. Thank you once again. To begin our program tonight, I have a special award from the National Community Pharmacists Association. NCPA has a tradition of presenting the incoming president of state pharmacy associations a plaque honoring their years of leadership to the profession of pharmacy and thanking them in advance of the hard work ahead they will put in during the next year as president. This year, it is my great honor to present the NCPA Leadership Award to your 2020-2021 APA President, Dr. KRISTEN RIDDLE. Congratulations, KRISTEN.
Thank you, John. It is an honor to serve with our leadership that has gone before me, and I'm humbled to have this opportunity in such a monumental time in our profession. Now, as John Vinson hits the road to present tonight's awards in person, please welcome to the podium the Executive Director of the Arkansas State Board of Pharmacy, Dr. John Kirtley, to kick off our program with a special presentation.
Thank you, KRISTEN. Once again this year, it is my pleasure to present the Golden Certificates to the pharmacists in Arkansas that have served our profession for at least 50 years. This is one of the great honors that I get to do each year, and it's something that I love to see the individuals that are able to attend the meeting and shake their hand and look them in the eye and say thank you. You know, if we look across this group of pharmacists, many of us will see our mentors, our forerunners, and the people who built the foundation that we're able to practice on every year. Without any further ado, I want to read these names as you guys also see these individuals we're honoring today. Carrol Atkins from Shreveport, Louisiana, is a graduate of ULM, class of 1969. Wilbur from Jonesboro, Arkansas, graduate of University of Tennessee, Memphis College of Pharmacy, class of 69. Leonard Brickell, Austin, Arkansas, graduate of University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences, class of 70. Beverly Carrol from Olmsted Falls, Ohio, graduate of University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences, College of Pharmacy, class of 1970. Alton Chambless, Dewitt, Arkansas, graduate of University of Louisiana at Monroe, College of Pharmacy, class of 69. Randall Chandler, Germantown, Tennessee, graduate of University of Tennessee, Memphis, College of Pharmacy, class of 69. Charles Conley, Paragould, Arkansas, graduate of University of Tennessee, Memphis, College of Pharmacy, class of 1962. Gary Denton, Russellville, Arkansas, graduate of University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences, College of Pharmacy, class of 1970. Harry Galusha, Little Rock, Arkansas, graduate of University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences, College of Pharmacy, class of 1970. Charles Harrison, Pine Bluff, Arkansas, graduate of University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences, class of 1970. Troy James, Maumelle, Arkansas, graduate of University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences, class of 1970. Bascom Jones, Magnolia, Arkansas, graduate of University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences, College of Pharmacy, class of 1970. Eddie Lemons, Morrilton, Arkansas, graduate of University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences, class of 1970. Edith Lemons, Morrilton, Arkansas, graduate of University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences, class of 1970. Mickey McDougall, Texarkana, Texas, graduate of University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences, class of 1969. Hugh McKnight, Shirley, Arkansas, graduate of University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences, class of 1968. James McVeigh, Hot Springs, Arkansas, University of Houston, class of 1968. Dennis Moore, Batesville, Arkansas, graduate of University of Tennessee, Memphis College of Pharmacy, class of 1969. Paul Morgan, Searcy, Arkansas, graduate of University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences, class of 1970. Billy Newton, Russellville, Arkansas, graduate of University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences, class of 1970. Harold Smith, Mena, Arkansas, graduate of University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences, class of 1970. Sharon Stone, Jonesboro, Arkansas, graduate of University of Tennessee, Memphis, College of Pharmacy, class of 1970. Lynn Ward, Mount Ida, Arkansas, graduate of University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences, class of 1970. Gail West, Malvern, Arkansas, graduate of University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences, class of 1970. Once again, we just want to express our appreciation for the service these pharmacists have given to the profession of pharmacy and especially the citizens of the state of Arkansas. As a reminder, these pharmacists will no longer have to pay renewal fees whenever they renew their licenses with the Arkansas State Board of Pharmacy and are receiving these honorary certificates commemorating their service. Thanks, and back to you, Kristen.
Thank you, John. Our first award tonight, the Excellence in Innovation Award, is a national award coordinated by the National Alliance of State Pharmacy Associations and generously sponsored by Upsher-Smith Laboratories to recognize and honor a qualified pharmacist who has demonstrated significant innovation in his or her respective practice, resulting in improved patient care and advancement of the profession of pharmacy. The tradition of designing innovative pharmaceuticals has been the commitment of Upsher-Smith Laboratories and is driven by the ever-changing needs of patients, physicians, pharmacists, and healthcare organizations. Their perspective is not more products, but the right products that make people's lives better. At every level of their business, they are driven to be the best. This year's Innovative Practice Award goes to a Little Rock pharmacist who strives to be on the cutting edge. In her previous role as a UAMS College of Pharmacy Associate Professor, she was able to share with future pharmacists her love of being an expert in the area of healthcare and still being able to interact with patients on a daily basis. After buying a community pharmacy with her husband in 2013, she innovated their store by building a robust immunization and compliance packaging practice, and most recently by becoming one of the first pharmacies in the country to offer rapid COVID antigen tests on site. All of these accomplishments and more are why the 2020 Innovative Practice Award goes to Dr. Ann Pace.
Very excited to be in Little Rock, Arkansas to present the 2020 Excellence in Innovation Award from the Arkansas Pharmacists Association. This year's winner, very innovative practice. Not only that, stepped up in a time of need, in a time of pandemic in our state to meet the needs of her community with her team. Without further ado, the 2020 award winner for Excellence in Innovation, Dr. Ann Pace. Congratulations, Dr. Pace.
Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you, John. Thank you, the Arkansas Pharmacists Association. I'm just humbled and honored to receive this award. And I'd certainly like to thank my husband, Scott Pace. It is certainly a partnership in everything that we do and in our pharmacy. And so this is as much an award for him as it is for me. And so I couldn't do it without him. I'd also like to thank our children, Cameron and Carter, for being okay with mommy and daddy being gone so much and working so much tirelessly at our house. And all the time and just trying to do the best that we can for our pharmacy and for the patients in the community that we serve. I couldn't have done it all without my staff as well. First and foremost, Wilma Keller, a pharmacy technician that has been with this pharmacy for a very long time. And when we first bought the store, Wilma wasn't quite so sure when we bought the store 7 years ago what was happening when we started making changes and adding new technology. And I think about every 6 months we come up with something else, and she has just been amazing at just rolling with it and trying to learn everything she can and help us in every way possible. I'd also like to thank the other pharmacist that has helped us, especially through this COVID time, Corey Gordon, who has been here more than I can count and been just kind of the backbone of helping me make sure, implement the COVID testing that we've been doing and help make that work. And so, and all the other staff, all my pharmacy students who have helped with that, and all of my friends and family and everybody who's helped us out during such a trying and difficult time trying to get this started. And all of our patients, our wonderful patients that we serve in our community. And I'm just very excited and honored to get this award. Thank you.
Hi, this is Corey Gordon. I am Ann's relief pharmacist, and we just wanted to congratulate Ann on her Innovative Pharmacy Practice of the Year award. Ann is an amazing pharmacist role model, and I feel so lucky that I get to work and learn from her.
I'm Wilma Keller. I work with her every day. I'm her tech. Actually, I was going to retire 4 years ago, but when Ann and Scott, especially Ann, took over the store, I come to work every day, ready to work with her. I enjoy working with her, and yes, she's a very smart lady, and no telling what else she can do.
So Ann, on behalf of Corey and Wilma, congratulations on your big award. We could not be more proud of you.
Well deserved.
Hi, congratulations on being named the Innovative Pharmacist of the Year. We're so proud of the amazing work you do in our pharmacy to take great care of our patients and to keep the pharmacy on the cutting edge of pharmacy practice. You do amazing work, you've got a great team, and we're all so very proud of you.
Congratulations, Mommy. Congratulations, Mommy. We
love you. Congratulations and enjoy this great honor.
Congratulations, Dr. Pace. Every year, APA, in conjunction with Pharmacists Mutual Companies, recognizes the Distinguished Young Pharmacist of the Year. This award is given annually to an outstanding young pharmacist who has been out of school less than 10 years and who has demonstrated leadership among his or her peers. In less than a decade since graduating from pharmacy school, this next winner has packed a lot of experience into a short time. In the last few years, she split her time between filling prescriptions at a Springdale Independent Community Pharmacy and serving in an ambulatory setting, working side by side with physicians and team-based care for low-income patients in an underserved area. Just last month, her work in leadership positions in the pharmacy world pushed her to purchase the same store where she previously filled prescriptions. Congratulations to the 2020 Distinguished Young Pharmacist Award recipient, Dr. Victoria Hennessy.
We are thrilled to be in Springdale, Arkansas today on Emma Avenue in the heart of Springdale to present the 2020 Distinguished Young Pharmacist Award. This award goes to a pharmacist who is a new owner, who she and her entire team provide valuable services to a very underserved patient population in Northwest Arkansas, and they do a phenomenal job. Without further ado, the 2020 Distinguished Young Pharmacist of the Year, Dr. Victoria Hennessy. All right, congratulations, Victoria.
Thank you, John. I'm incredibly humbled to receive this award today. I may be biased, but in my opinion, Arkansas has never been short of phenomenal pharmacists, and I'm blessed to call you all my colleagues. I'd like to say a special thanks to David and Michelle McKinney. The McKinneys welcomed me into their family 10 years ago as a third-year pharmacy student. They provided me with endless support and guidance ever since. I'd also like to thank my staff. You guys are rock stars. Your willingness to go above and beyond for our patients inspires me every day. I would also like to give a special thanks to Kathy Grisham and all the staff, current and former, of the community clinic in Springdale, whose collaboration in caring for our mutual patients has empowered me to practice at the top of my license, even within the retail pharmacy setting. And finally, I'd like to thank my husband and my children, Lindley and Matthew, as well as many family members and friends who have prayed and supported me throughout my career. Thank you.
Hey, good evening. I'm David McKinney. I just want to say congratulations to Victoria for the recognition by the Arkansas Pharmacists Association for the work that you do every day for our community, for all of us. Thank you. Victoria came to work for us about 10 years ago, so she's like family now. Michelle and I want to let her know how proud we are of the kind of pharmacist that she has become. She has literally brought our store into the 21st century with me kicking and screaming the whole way. It was an easy decision to sell the store to Victoria. Showing up on time, clocking in, that might be harder. And there's no books, no calculators, nowhere in the store. It's all on computers. I know what you're thinking. Google do, but same thing she said.
Hey Victoria, congratulations. Couldn't be more proud of you and can't think of somebody more deserving. You really deserve this for everything that you're doing at the store and for the wonderful care that you give your patients. Again, we're so proud of you and we love you.
Congratulations, Mommy. We're so proud of you.
Congratulations, Dr. Hennessy. The Bowl of Hygeia Award is presented annually by participating pharmacy associations in each of the 50 states, the District of Columbia, and Puerto Rico. The recipients are selected by their respective associations for their outstanding record of community service. The Bowl of Hygeia Award is sponsored by the American Pharmacists Association Foundation and the National Alliance of State Pharmacy Associations. This year's Bowl of Hygeia winner will receive a plaque honoring him for this award. The recipient will also receive a lapel pin that will identify him as a member of a group of outstanding pharmacists, now numbering over 2,500, who have distinguished themselves through their actions. This year's winner grew up in the Fort Smith area, spending a lot of time in community pharmacies as his father and grandfather were both pharmacists and independent pharmacy owners in Van Buren and were a great influence on him becoming a pharmacist. Community service is close to his heart as he serves on the boards of the Fort Smith Parks Commission, the Sebastian County Red Cross, the Arts, Audiences, and Community Organization, and now serves as president of the Park Partners of Fort Smith. Congratulations to the 2020 Bowl of Hygeia recipient, Dr. Mike Smets.
We're at Fort Smith, Arkansas on Grand Avenue at Coleman Pharmacy. It's always good to be in Fort Smith. This is my home. I was born here in Fort Smith, so love to be back in the western part of Arkansas. We have a very special presentation today with the 2020 Bowl of Hygeia Award, which is one of the most prestigious awards that any pharmacist can receive. It's for a lifelong commitment to community service. And today I'm very pleased to announce that the winner of the 2020 award is Dr. Mike Smets. Congratulations, Mike.
Thank you, John. That's very nice of you to make the trip up here, and I really appreciate it. When you look down the list of these past recipients of this award, there's some big names in there, pharmacy leaders, and most of them end up being community leaders too. I'm just really honored to be listed among those. One of the things that I work on is the parks system here in Fort Smith and the music venues here in Fort Smith and a lot of other things that are just fun, I will admit. Quality of life issues have kind of been my focus over the years, and I've always found that the time that you put into it is far outweighed by advantages that you get. Made lifelong friends from my city government days, and I just encourage any pharmacist that thinks about doing something to get out from behind the counter and be useful in the community. I would really encourage you to do it. Pharmacists are smart and efficient problem solvers, and we're real pragmatic too. All those qualities lend themselves to being good on community boards and helping solve community problems. So anyway, I really appreciate the award, and I'm very honored. Thank you very much to the association.
Hi Dad, congratulations on the Bowl of Hygeia Award. We are very happy for you and very proud of you. Hooray!
This is State Representative Justin Boyd. I wanted to take just a moment of time to congratulate Dr. Mike Smets for receiving the Bowl of Hygeia Award. He is such a wonderful volunteer in the Fort Smith community, the state of Arkansas, and in the pharmacy profession. I've learned so much from his generosity and time. And congratulations, Mike. This is awesome. I'm proud of you.
Congratulations, Dr. Smets. The APA Board of Directors created this next award to recognize individuals who by their legislative influence and leadership have distinguished themselves as political friends of Arkansas pharmacy. This award is named in memory of pharmacist Guy Newcomb of Osceola. Dr. Newcomb was a pharmacist leader who understood, appreciated, and enthusiastically participated in the political process. This year's winner has been a fierce advocate for pharmacists in Arkansas through her leadership in the Act 900 court cases of the past few years. In 2014, she became the first woman and the first Republican in the state's history to be elected Arkansas Attorney General. She has led her team as they've defended Act 900 in the U.S. District Court, the 8th Circuit Court of Appeals, and this fall she'll continue that trajectory at the U.S. Supreme Court. We are pleased to present the 2020 Guy Newcomb Award to Arkansas Attorney General Leslie Rutledge.
Very excited to be in Little Rock, Arkansas today to present the 2020 Guy Newcomb Legislative Leadership Award. It's a very special award that is presented in recognition of political leadership and advancement of pharmacy in Arkansas. Could not be more excited to present this award this year to Attorney General Leslie Rutledge. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, John, and thank you to all of the Arkansas Pharmacists and the Association for presenting me this incredible award. Extremely humbled by this, and it's been an honor to work with you all as we take on the challenge of combating the PBMs and their stranglehold on Arkansas pharmacists and Americans across the United States. You guys are on the front line of healthcare, and so we want to do everything that we can to protect you and your family and your businesses, but also to ensure access to healthcare for all Arkansans and all Americans. Nick Brawny, who's the Solicitor General at the Attorney General's Office, will be arguing that case before SCOTUS on October 6th. And I'm watching it very closely because it's important to every single one of us in Arkansas and America that we win and take down this Goliath. Again, thank you all so much for attending the roundtables over the last year, sharing your stories with me, so that way we can include that in our investigations, because you all know better than anyone that the damage that the PBMs have done to your business and to Arkansas families. God bless you all. God bless the state of Arkansas. And as always, God bless the United States of America.
General, congratulations on the Guy Newcomb Award. I know how hard you've worked and how you've dedicated yourself to making sure that PBMs are not running roughshod over our small pharmacies and keeping pharmacies open in rural Arkansas. So proud of you. I'm so happy to be a part of your team and look forward to working on this important work together in the future. Thanks.
General Rutledge, David McCoy, from your office. Congratulations on receiving the Guy Newcomb Good Governance Award. No one deserves it more than you. I'm so proud to call you my friend and my colleague. I'm so proud of the work that you've done as Attorney General.
Leslie, your mother and dad want to congratulate you on being selected for the Guy Newcomb Good Governance Award from the Arkansas Pharmacy Association.
Congratulations, Attorney General Leslie Rutledge, on your selection as the Guy Newcomb Good Governance Award from the Arkansas Pharmacy Association. It is evident through your work that you understand the important role pharmacies have all across the state, especially in rural Arkansas. Thank you for your diligent fight to protect pharmacies, and congratulations.
Congratulations, Attorney General Rutledge. Our next award is a new one created last year, the APA Friend of Pharmacy Award. The award symbolizes leadership, dedication, passion, and contribution to the pharmacy profession from an individual who isn't in a traditional pharmacy role. This year's winner is a native of Emerson, Arkansas, and holds a Bachelor of Business Administration from SAU and a Master's of Business Administration from UCA. He's a familiar face to many Arkansas pharmacists after working for 28 years at Pharmacists Mutual and teaching personal finance courses at UAMS and Harding Colleges of Pharmacy. Later this year, you can get tips on personal finance from the man himself when his book, Baker's Dirty Dozen Principles for Financial Independence, hits bookshelves. Congratulations to the 2020 Friend of Pharmacy Award recipient, Joe Baker.
We're in Little Rock, Arkansas, in West Little Rock, for a very special presentation today. And today we have the Arkansas Pharmacists Association Friend of Pharmacy Award. And without further ado, the award this year is presented to Joe Baker. Go, Joe.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you. I guess it's time for me to speak. Appreciate it. I'm very humbled for this award. I served, and I say served in a good term, the Arkansas Pharmacists. And I will tell a little story about how I've always kept the Arkansas Pharmacists first and foremost. I always said, what is good for them. One of the company execs said one time, there's only one thing wrong with Joe Baker, is that he doesn't know who he's working for. Now that was kind of a dig, or meant to be a dig, but I looked at it as a compliment, because as long as I put the Arkansas Pharmacists first, I felt like I was on the side of the angels. So I do appreciate this, John, coming out to the house and presenting this. And I just want to thank all the Arkansas Pharmacists. I miss you guys, but hopefully we'll get together soon. Thank you, John.
Hi, we're Bob and Sandy Edgen. We first met Joey on our first pharmacy trip to Ireland about 8 to 10 years ago. Since then, Joey has had a tremendous impact on our lives. He got us involved in the Arkansas Pharmacy Association.
And he added us to his travel buddy list. And most of all, he is so much dang fun. You are guaranteed to have a good time if Joey Baker's in the house.
Congratulations, Joey, on your Friend of Pharmacy Award. You're truly rewarding all of us. And you're still, even in retirement, you're still teaching students at pharmacy, both pharmacy schools, as well as affecting others in the pharmacy profession.
Hey Dad, congrats on winning the APA Friend of Pharmacy Award. Since writing this book with you over the last year, I've really learned a lot about your passion of personal finance, and I know it's really going to help me in my future years. But I've also learned more about you as an individual. I've learned about your accomplishments, but most of all, I've learned about all of the things that you have done for others throughout your years. And no one deserves this award more than you. I love you and congratulations.
Hi Dad! Congratulations on winning the 2020 APA Friend of Pharmacy Award. For as long as I can remember, you have been stepping up to the plate, whether by literally teaching Lindsay and I to step up to the plate and coaching us in softball for over a decade, or by spending over 2 decades teaching personal finance to pharmacy students, most of which was done for free. Or having come from a difficult background yourself, setting up a scholarship fund for students from your hometown who hope to go into pharmacy. You've always done all of these things without any sort of expectations for recognition, but it was only a matter of time before others started taking note of just what a selfless and caring person that you are. So congratulations, and I love you.
Congratulations, Joe. This next award is a very special one. This award honors a pharmacist who has devoted his or her life and career to improving the field of pharmacy and has made an impact that affects healthcare at a local, state, and national level. The 2020 Lifetime Achievement Award recipient is a legend in the pharmacy world, not just in Arkansas, but across the country. He previously owned Kavanaugh Pharmacy in Little Rock before joining the Arkansas Pharmacists Association staff as CEO. His passion for pharmacy extended from state level to a national platform when he became volunteer leader on the executive committee of the National Association of Retail Druggists, now known as the National Community Pharmacists Association. In 1984, he was elevated to the role of Executive Vice President and CEO of NCPA for 12 years, and later served as chairman of the NCPA Foundation. With such an esteemed career of leadership and advocacy, I am very proud to announce Dr. Charles West as the recipient of the 2020 APA Lifetime Achievement Award.
We're in Little Rock, Arkansas today to recognize a very special friend and colleague in the profession of pharmacy. This is the 2020 Lifetime Achievement Award, which goes to a pharmacist who has been an enormous leader not only at the state level but at the national level. And I know you will all be very familiar with this year's winner, Dr. Charles West. Congratulations, Dr. West.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, John. That's a great honor. It's always an honor to be honored by your colleagues, and this is very special to me. I have a very soft spot in my heart for the Pharmacists of Arkansas. But when I think of the Pharmacists of Arkansas, I think of activism. And I go back over the years and remember when we asked the Pharmacists of Arkansas early on, back in the 70s, to step forward and get active and help pass legislation. They did step forward. And I can say this without a trace of hyperbole. The Arkansas Pharmacists Association is the strongest state association in the United States, without a question. And I observed that from the national level, and it was always a pride of mine to be able to use the Arkansas Pharmacists Association as an example. Its leadership, past and present, has been exceptional, but most importantly, as I mentioned earlier, the members have stepped up when asked to and delivered the activism that's required for success. Let me tell you just a quick story about that activism. Back when Bill Clinton was serving in his first term as governor, this was in 1979, we had worked hard to pass Medicaid legislation. We got it passed through both houses, and then the word came to us that he was going to veto the measure. So the sponsor of the legislation, the representative that was handling it, came to me and told me that the governor was going to veto the legislation. So we got busy, got the phone chain started, and it wasn't long, early in the afternoon, that the governor's chief of staff called me. He called me a bad name, and he said, "You all have shut down the switchboard here at the governor's office." And I said, "Well, that's what we intended to do." So, anyhow, long story. They ended up, the governor did sign the bill, and we went forward from there. And speaking of leadership and the leadership, the past and present, that the association has had, we all need to tip our hat a little bit to the College of the Ozark graduates. These people were veterans, mostly of World War II. They knew how to lead. They came in. It was a small group, about a five-year period of graduates, but they stepped in and provided leadership like none other. We would have to have some sort of a cataclysmic event to produce another group like that. Now, my pharmacy career has been unbelievably rewarding to my wife, Becky, and me. We've had the opportunity to meet pharmacists, make friends with pharmacist families, both here in the United States and internationally, and the friendships are still closely held friendships. But you know, of all these pharmacists that we have known nationally and internationally, none have been more important, or have we felt more strongly about than the pharmacists here in Arkansas. The support that I personally received when I was at NCPA was from the Pharmacists of Arkansas was outstanding. I probably could not have done that job had not I had the good support from the Pharmacists of Arkansas. And this is just a message to pharmacists, to everyone. You serve a critical role in healthcare today. And I believe that no one can calm the fears of a sick person quite like or quite as well as a pharmacist can. Keep up the good work, support the association, and thanks again.
Hey Charlie, Mark Riley here. Wanted to let you know that I was pleased and excited and proud to know that you'd been chosen for the Lifetime Achievement Award for the Arkansas Pharmacists Association, an award that you certainly deserve as much as anybody I've ever heard because of all you've done for pharmacy. For me personally, it goes back to when I was about 25 years old and you encouraged me to run for the APA board. Later on, you encouraged me to apply for the Arkansas Pharmacists Association executive job, and then finally you paved the way for me to become a part of NCPA leadership, which was just a great experience for me. You've always been the person I've looked at in terms of my role model for how organizations ought to be run, and I've always said that if they looked up in the dictionary the word association executive, they'd have your picture out in front of it. So anyway, congratulations for your award, and hope you'll be around for a long time for us to continue our friendship and get advice from you. Thank you.
Doug Hoy from NCPA here. Dr. West led the nation's independent pharmacies as NCPA's executive director from 1984 to 1996. Congratulations, Charlie, from the entire NCPA family on receiving the prestigious Lifetime Achievement Award from the Arkansas Pharmacists Association. It's an honor well deserved for your years of service.
Congratulations, Dr. West. Our final award of the night is the APA Pharmacist of the Year. The Pharmacist of the Year award was established in 1959 to honor an APA member who possesses professional standards beyond reproach, has a record of outstanding civic service in the community, and has contributed his or her efforts toward the progress of the profession through the state association. This year's Pharmacist of the Year has been incredibly active in the past few years in her role as pharmacist and advocate. A native of Hot Springs, she worked in retail pharmacy for 12 years and is now the co-owner of the Pharmacy at Wellington in West Little Rock. She says she chose pharmacy because she wanted to be involved in patient care, and it is that dedication to her patients that drove her to appear before the Arkansas legislature in 2019 to testify in support of bills that would help Arkansas patients and pharmacists. For her continued dedication to her patients and her active role in advancing the profession of pharmacy, we are proud to announce this year's APA Pharmacist of the Year, Dr. Brittany Sanders.
We are very excited to be in Little Rock, Arkansas today for a very special award presentation. Today's the big one. It is the 2020 Arkansas Pharmacists Association Pharmacist of the Year. Without further ado, I'm very excited to present this to a very innovative pharmacist, a pharmacist who has helped us in legislative affairs, has provided testimony at the Capitol. It's been a good year to have her on our team, and without further ado, let's give a big warm cheer for Dr. Brittany Sanders. Yay, congratulations. Yes.
Thank you guys very much. It's an amazing honor to even have been nominated for this award. I very much appreciate all the support that I've been given this year. I want to start out by saying that I did not set out to be as involved with the profession of pharmacy as I was this year. I initially went to these meetings just to be a spectator, to listen and hear what was going on. And after the end of the first meeting, I realized I felt very called to speak up. I reached out to John and asked if there was a way that I could be there to help speak. And I felt that after listening to what was going on in these meetings, that most of our representatives did not understand what was going on behind the pharmacy PBM curtain, what was happening in community pharmacies and what a dire situation we were in. So I reached out to John, and thank you, John, for trusting me to be a voice for community pharmacy. And I came armed with prayer and backed by numbers and desire to let everybody know what the PBMs were doing to patient access in the state of Arkansas and how concerned we were over that continuing the way it was. So thank you to John for allowing me to be there to speak. Thank you to my partner Nick for being a sounding board, and our whole pharmacy family behind me here for being there to help and keep the store going. And thank you to my family for being cheerleaders along the way. And so where do we go from here? This PBM battle affects all of us, whether we're in retail pharmacy, in a community or chain setting, or hospital pharmacists. The problem is decreased reimbursements directly impact pharmacy, and they also indirectly impact pharmacists through job creation and decreased wages. So it takes consistency from all of us. And does that mean everyone needs to be able to be prepared to testify? No. But it means we need to be involved in some way, whether that's providing information to a pharmacist who is able to go and speak, or if it's covering a shift so that pharmacists can be out of the store for a day, or if it's supporting the Arkansas Pharmacists Association so that there's funds available to fight for the pharmacy profession as a whole. It's important to stay involved and to be consistent. And again, thank you very much. I would not be here without the support of the APA, my team, and Arkansas Pharmacists as a whole. Thank you.
Hey Brittany, congratulations on winning APA Pharmacist of the Year. I've known you about 8 or 9 years, and you've been the best pharmacist I've seen all those years, so you're so deserving, and congratulations. You know, all of our patients that walk into the store, they feel like they are our best friends and our most valued patients, and that's because each and every one of them are, because you have taught us to lead by example, and taking care of our community and our customers is number one. So keep up the good work.
Hey Brittany, congratulations on winning APA Pharmacist of the Year. You have been an inspirational preceptor, a great boss, and an awesome partner at the Pharmacy of Wellington. Thank you for all that you have done for the pharmacy profession here in the state of Arkansas over the last few years. The legislation against PBMs couldn't have been done without you. And thank you for all your exceptional patient care. You are a shining example of what a pharmacist should be. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Dr. Sanders. And once again, I'd like to congratulate all of tonight's winners. The pharmacy profession is very fortunate to have such strong leaders in our profession, and we are so happy to be able to celebrate your accomplishments tonight with your colleagues, family, and friends. Thank you for joining us tonight for the first ever APA Award Show. We are so glad you spent your evening with us celebrating these fantastic winners. We look forward to sharing information with you soon about more APA upcoming events. But for now, I'd like to say congratulations to our winners and thank you for watching. Good night, everyone.